Good day to you, Macy. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing great. We are delighted to have you with us for our webinar, and it is a webinar with residents of the Hallmark. So delighted that you're joining us today. Macy Bodenhammer is with the Lee Group, which helps us with websites and collaterals and advertising. Thank you for joining us today and co-hosting with me. I'm Mike Wallace. I'm the director of marketing here at the Hallmark here in Houston, Texas, and we're delighted to have you. So with us today, and I'll go around as they appear on my screen. They may appear on your screen a little differently, but Mary Alice Roberts, Renee and Ed Heathcott, and Abby Fletcher. And these are four residents that live here at the Hallmark, and we're going to share with you stories that they will share about life here in the community. So we will get started. Macy, I've got 10 questions that I'm going to be asking our residents, and then please chime in if you have other questions that you have, but I'll get started with this.
Sounds
And
good.
Mary Alice, I'm going to start with you, and we're going to ask you to deliver three things to everyone today, and that is, tell us where you were born, where were you living before you moved to the Hallmark, and then how long have you been here at the Hallmark?
Well, I am a native Houstonian, fourth generation. I've lived here at the Hallmark for 2 years. And
Did you live in Houston most of your life?
I live right here in Houston, so right down the street in Briar Grove.
Gotcha. So a local gal. How about that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, Renee and Ed, your questions again, where were you born? Where were you living prior to moving to the Hallmark? And then how long have you been at the Hallmark?
I was born in Fort Worth, Texas. Prior to moving here, we lived in Houston, but in West University Place.
Okay.
And we've been here 8 months.
And I was born in Chicago.
In Chicago, okay. And Abby, how about you?
I was born in Arkansas, in El Dorado, and I lived many years in Lake Charles, Louisiana, in here for 2 years.
Well, good. All right, that's question number one. Again, I have 10 total questions, but question two, Abby, I'll ask you first. Describe the Hallmark using one-word adjectives. How would you describe the Hallmark?
Friendly.
Friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Any others?
Spacious.
Okay.
And I love the fact that there's so many windows that we never feel like we're in a box.
There we go. Good. Renee and Ed.
I would say home and resort living.
Okay. Renee?
It's secure. It's welcoming, friendly, inviting.
Ooh, those are good. Mary Alice?
I would say very friendly, a very caring place, and secure.
Sure. Good words there. Renee and Ed, next question is going to be, tell us a little bit about your particular home there, your residence. You're in your apartment right now.
Yes.
This webinar. Tell us about your apartment.
We have the El Paso, which is a little over 1,600 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and a large central living area and a very large kitchen, very full kitchen.
Yeah, I actually met the Heathcocks when you first came and showed you that residence.
You
We
did.
did something. I recall doing something very interesting that day. I took your cell phone and took a couple minutes of videos. Was that helpful that day?
Very helpful. We used it time and time again.
Yeah.
So we recommend that for sure.
Yeah. Do you find that I have told people before, I said that the Hallmark, the buildings, we have two buildings, the Heritage Building and Legacy Tower, and you're in the Heritage Building.
Right.
I tell people we have really good bones with these buildings, which are we offer the largest apartments in all of senior living in Houston. So do you find that your accommodations fit your needs?
It does for us. I'll tell you, when we moved in, I think I told you that day when we looked at this apartment, I was fixated on 2,000 square feet. I thought, I have to have that. I don't need to look at it if it's less than that. And you said 1,600. And I thought, oh, okay, well, I'll look. And I'll tell you, when I walked in, I thought, this is plenty of room. I can live here. And it worked great for us. So I can say from that, just take a look. You don't know what may work for you. And of course, as I'm sure Mike would say, the Hallmark is good about putting units together and reconfiguring units and that kind of thing, if it's possible. But in our case, we didn't need to do that. It was plenty of room.
Right, right.
And
Abby,
in
go
our
ahead.
in our 2 bedrooms, in my closet, I have a closet. In her, in the master bedroom, she has a room for her closet.
Big.
And I have to tell you, they get picked that way lots of times when they have couples. So,
That sealed the deal from our standpoint.
Abby, I'm going to flip to you on this. You live in what style apartment?
Plano. This
Okay.
is a 1 bedroom. And I'm happy to say they're all large size, but both the living area and the bedroom. I do not feel crowded whatsoever. Besides that, the ceilings are 12 feet high, and I have very large windows, so there's no sense of feeling cramped in any way. Our kitchen is complete. If I want to bake you a lot of Christmas cookies, I can do it easily in there. There's plenty of counter room and all the equipment that I need. Microwave, everything.
And some of our ceilings are 9 feet. It depends on the floor that you're on, but some are taller. That Plano style is not our smallest. We have residences that are a little smaller than that, but very spacious for, it's right around 800 square feet.
Right.
And we find that to be a fantastic apartment. And then Mary Alice, you live in what style?
I live in the Fort Worth. I have 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. I have 2 very nice balconies, which I really enjoy. And I have a fireplace and a wonderful bathroom, which they designed for me. And I waited 2 months to move in so it would be ready. And I really enjoy it because it's roomy and spacious. And I love my apartment. It's very open, and I enjoy it.
Well, when we have a saying around here, when you've seen one apartment at the Hallmark, you've seen one, because they're all a little different.
They're all different.
Yeah, they sure are. So, and you're in the Legacy Tower, which is
Yes, I am.
which is the smaller of the 2 buildings that we offer. And Abby, you and Heathcott's are both in the Heritage Building that we have. So
We love our view from our apartment. We're on the 5th floor, and we can see the trees and out towards the street, and we enjoy our view, and like Abby said, our large windows.
And we have 10 stories, so you can be on floors 1 through 10. Mary Alice, I think you're on 5.
I'm on 5, yes, right in the middle of the building, because there's 10 floors in this building also.
And Abby, you're more at a tree level. You're on floor 3, correct?
I'm a tree hugger. Yes, there's
Tree
tree
hugger.
outside my window, and it's lovely. And then open space and out the other window.
Okay. So the next question I'll lead into revolves around stuff. What am I going to do with all of my stuff? And as we prepared for this was a topic that one of you brought up, and we thought it was appropriate to share. So, let's see, Mary Alice, I might start with you. How was downsizing for you?
Well, Courtney came to my house, and we went through
Tell everybody who Courtney is.
Well, Courtney is the lady who the Hallmark provides for you. And she does so many move-ins, and she's very good at it. And she came to my house, and we went to each room, and I told her the things that were real important to me. And then she put little stickers on the ones we were going to get rid of. And in a city like Houston, you have so many resale shops, you have so many charitable organizations, you have so many ways to get rid of things that really it went very quickly and smoothly. And I didn't find any problem in getting rid of anything, all the stuff that we all have. And I'd been married 70 years, and I don't think anybody else here has been married that long. But anyway, we had a lot of things. And so I had no problem getting rid of things. It went very smoothly.
And I take it you brought the treasures that you wanted to keep.
Yes, the things that really meant a lot to me that I remember when we bought, and everything fit. We had nothing to go worry about when I got here. And we even talked about where the furniture would be placed. And Courtney was just a great help. And Maria was the great help on the bathroom, because she came and talked to me about what I wanted. And as I say, took 2 months, but it was certainly worth it.
Yeah, you're mentioning two ladies, Courtney Hoffman and Maria Lee. And Courtney helps with moves and downsizing, and Maria Lee helps people to pick colors and finishes. And if you're going to be doing some remodeling, she helps with that. She's been with us for around 10 years. Both of those ladies have. They've got lots of experience, and we'd love to encourage you to come out and meet them as part of this process when you're looking at the Hallmark. And Renee, did you work with both of these ladies?
Yes, we worked with both of them, and they were very helpful to us. And Courtney came to us right after we signed the papers and decided to move. We put a lot of time in downsizing. We went from 4,000 square feet down to 1,600. And so we went through the closets. Renee laid out a plan, and we really worked hard addressing what we wanted to take and what had to go. And so that work that we put in at the beginning made the move very easy. And Courtney helped us even hang pictures when we moved in. Her expertise, she taught us what we needed to know that we didn't even know that we need to know. So it was a very helpful process.
Well, and when the Hallmark first told me about Courtney, I thought, I've moved several times myself. I've always done it all myself. I don't think I need her. And but everyone kept telling me, yes, you do. And so finally I just decided, okay, we're going to do this. And yes, I needed her. She was a wonderful help, and it made it so much easier. So I highly recommend her.
Yeah. All right. Lastly, Abby, the subject is stuff, and you had a little bit different. You had a little help.
Well, I had a private Courtney, I guess you'd say. But my son and daughter-in-law were very knowledgeable about what I would need and what I would use. And it was all up to them because I was in the hospital at the time. So they did a fabulous job, and I would have selected this spot myself. It's perfect for me in every condition. Yeah. And as far as your old things, some of them I did have another chance earlier in my life to decide what antiques to keep and what not. And I finally decided to write about them in history for my children to pass down. I couldn't keep them anymore. I could just say, I enjoyed you. Thanks so much. And let them go.
Good idea.
Good. Let's see. Mary Alice, I'll come back to you on this next question. Was it easy getting to know the residents when you moved in?
Oh my goodness, yes. Everybody comes up to you and introduces themselves, and in the elevator, wherever you are. And oh yes, it was very, very easy. And I feel now I practically know everybody. Some people I have a little trouble with their names still, but I speak to everybody. Everybody speaks to me. It's very friendly, and no problems at all.
And Ed and Renee, you're the new kids on the block. You've been here for 9 months
now.
Yeah. how easy has it been to meet people? Did you find that?
Our first week, we started having more dinner invitations than we could keep up with, and that's the way it is. We have repeat dinner reservations with people and meet. So we know we probably met more than 50 people here and socialize with on a regular basis. We didn't know anybody coming in.
You didn't know one person here?
No.
Not one person did we know, and several people invited us to teas, including Mary Alice. We had a lovely tea in her apartment right after I came. Was so helpful to me. And Abby was one of the very first people I met. Very friendly, told us about various activities, especially the 801 singers at that time, now Ruth singers.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of activities. We're going to cover that. Did Abby, when you first moved in, how many people did you know here at the Hallmark?
I don't know how many, but it all starts with small conversations. And it all grows into stories. There are so many people here who have been around the world, who have had interesting lives and businesses, and they talk about them over a meal or out in the lounge area. And so little by little, you really make friends with quite a few. Yeah. So if you're not a storyteller, you probably will become one.
Yeah, good. Well, you mentioned, Renee, you mentioned activities, and Abby, I want to ask you about the 801 Singers. That's an activity, plenty of activities. Tell us about that group.
Well, the 801 was a product of Ruth, who was here for 16 years with that organization. And when she became ill, she said, Abby, would you take over? So I have, and we are redoing a few things and adding some more and interesting people and to come and sing songs you know, or maybe a few that you don't know.
Yeah.
There are other things that I do in that regard, but I'll talk about that one now.
Yeah.
You want more now?
Yeah, go ahead. But now the 801 was born out of Ruth's apartment number.
Yes, 801
Singers.
We have changed it to Ruth's Singers.
Yeah, fantastic. It's a group of anywhere from 10 plus people that gather just about weekly and sing together. Correct?
We never know, but we are ready for Bear. If they come in 40, we'll be there.
Yeah, great. How about other activities that you're involved with, Abby?
All right. I go to a book club. That was driven or organized by a local resident who wanted to get together with other people who read. So I do that once a month with them. It's all voluntary. And we have a nice visit with each other and talk about what we've read. And I also am involved with the Health and Wellness Committee. And we have dreamed up several activities for patients to do and for the residents here to be involved with on a personal basis as it suits them. We collect magazines and books and distribute those in the healthcare also. And there's one more thing that I do. How about singing hymns with me on Sunday morning? I play the piano for that, and we sing about 15 hymns. And then have a nice visit, cup of coffee, and go in for lunch. Mm-hmm.
Mary Alice, how about activities for you?
Well, this year I've been on the welcoming committee, so I've had a pleasure of meeting all the new people that have come in. I've really enjoyed that. I love to play bingo. I do that once a week. I sing with the singers when I can, both on Sunday morning and on Tuesday. So I stay pretty busy.
Yeah, lots to do. How about Renee, you and Ed?
Well, we are active in the Bible study. We have a Bible study here on Thursday afternoons. And Ed actually heads up the poker, which was kind of funny. He hadn't played poker in about 40 years, and now he's considers himself an expert with poker. But he's enjoyed that. We have a lot offered to us on a sometimes basis, like speakers coming in, instrumentalists coming in, movies, and also we're we have the opportunity to go places to hear people, to Rice, for one example, to hear professors speak there, and then other places as well. And even if there's a certain thing you would like to do, if you talk to our activities director, Phyllis, she tries to work that out for us. So there's more to do than we can do.
And with all those activities, sometimes people ask me about privacy. Do you feel like you can do all kinds of things? Do you feel like you have the privacy that you seek to have?
Yes, that's never been an issue. When we come to our apartment, we're home. We shut the door and we do what we want to here. But if all these other activities, if we want to take advantage of them, we certainly have the opportunity to do that. And so there's never a clash there for privacy.
Yeah. Abby, do you agree with that about privacy?
I could just quote Ed exactly. The privacy is very satisfying, and I feel like it's appropriate. I have already been down and visited and been active and enjoyed it, and I'm home now.
Yeah. And Mary Alice, is it quiet when you want to seek something quiet? Is your apartment quiet?
Oh, yes, definitely. There's only 4 apartments on most floors in the tower, and absolutely private. And on my floor, I have been the only person now for almost 2 years. So when I come home, it is very quiet and I love it. Don't have any, right now we have someone moving in at the moment. But yes, I love my apartment. It's quiet.
Well, 2023 has been a busy year. We've got lots of new. With the Heathcotts moved in, but we moved in dozens of people this year, coming out of really the years of COVID. That slowed things down a bit, but 23 has been very busy. So if you
feel like old timers now, there's been so many new people since we came. So
absolutely.
A lot.
You know, we talked about activities, but we haven't talked about one of the programs that we offer is our exercise program, which was an activity in and of itself. I'll start with you, Ed and Renee. Are you active in the programs that we offer for exercise?
Yes, we do something every day, some days twice a day. And during the summer, they had water aerobics. Now we do weight room. There's TheraBand, balance classes, chair aerobics, lots of things like that. Other thing that we do though for as we walk in the morning.
We do. We walk more so in the neighborhood. You might not think in our area of town that you would have a neighborhood easily accessible, but we do. We're very close and within walking distance to Tanglewood. And we can also go through Uptown Park into the Wyndon Estates area. And that's where we choose. Ed and I walk very early in the mornings, usually between 6 and 6:30. And sometimes we have some other residents join us. Sometimes just one of us walks. We feel safe to do that. But most of the time, it's just the two of us. And we just really do enjoy that.
I want to just say one quick thing. One of the things that I didn't expect is on our walk, we found a little ditch over there that 4 turtles live in. We named all 4 of them. And we feed them hot dogs. They've gotten to know us. We feed them hot dogs. And the other thing is, I have a video of an armadillo taking a bath in another ditch. And we've had other animal experiences that add to our walk. So you wouldn't expect in this downtown area to have all these other things going, but it makes a real fun walk.
It does.
You can have pets, but I didn't realize turtles and armadillos were pets for folks here.
That's right. We didn't either.
That's right. How about you, Abby?
I'm going to encourage the walking inside. I have eye issues that would mean I would be so slow outside making sure I didn't fall that I just speed up inside on these carpeted floors, and away I go. And I have a little watch that I can count how many steps I go. And so I'm up to at least 4,000 a day, maybe 5. And it's easy and fun to do. Plus, I take the classes that Renee and Ed do too. They're only 30 minutes long, and it's so beneficial. You can tell it's good for your body, and so it's easy to go.
And Abby, Mary Alice, I see you traversing the hallways as well.
Yes, I do. I walk inside both buildings every day, and quite often walk down towards the health section. And I always stop in the chapel and take a little break. I love to do that. And then I also walk around the putting green and out in the park, but I don't go any further than that. But I get plenty of exercise, and I really enjoy it.
Well, if you don't know our location, we are right in the middle of Uptown Houston, and we are adjacent to world-renowned restaurants. We've got a hotel next door that's a 5-star hotel, but within walking distance, there's a number of restaurants and then lots of shopping. And so I tell people all the time, if we built this from scratch, we probably could never afford this dirt that we're on right now, but being here for 50 plus years, the neighborhood is built around us. So we're just a great part of Houston. Encourage you to come out and see us. Let's talk a little bit about dining. One of the aspects of life in the community is the dining that we provide. And we do that in a really nice dining room. But share with us a little bit, Abby, I might start with you. We offer breakfast, lunch, and our evening meal, supper, dinner meal. Generally, when do you eat?
I read the menu, and I pick out the ones that are most appealing. So I'm apt to go three times for lunch and 2 times for dinner, or reverse. And I don't worry about that. I just go with what I like to eat or what I can eat. But there's so many choices. If you don't care for the menu that's offered specially, there are always a la carte menus that are appealing, and those are available always. It's a good setting. It's a good idea.
Mary Alice, do you agree with that?
Yes, I certainly do. I thoroughly enjoy the meals. Quite a varied. We never have the same thing twice very often. And I certainly agree with Abby. You can always go to the a la carte if it's not your favorite that particular night. But and the waiters, I'd like to say that our wait staff is wonderful, and they know your name the second day you're here, and are very kind and try to please you, and even remember that you like iced tea, or that you like, one lady likes lemonade, and they have it on the table when she gets there. So I think that the dining experience is wonderful.
Amen.
Yes.
Anything to add, Heathcott's, on that?
Well, that's one of the reasons I said resort living, because of the food here. The fish, the meats, all are fresh. They're not frozen. They buy high quality ingredients. They have the best bacon that I've ever eaten here, and that's true. They make everything from scratch. The vegetables are fresh, and tremendous variety. And I'm a cook myself, and so I really appreciate good food. And so I feel like we're eating in a 5-star hotel every day.
And somebody else to clean up afterwards, right?
Amen on that.
Excellent. We talked a little bit about this. We might talk a little bit more, but concerns about leaving your home. How did you overcome the concern about leaving your home and making the decision to move here? How'd you come about that decision? Abby?
Well, my son had been questioning, isn't it time for you to move to Houston? And somehow it wasn't quite time. And then a hurricane helped me decide. So the hurricane did enough damage to my home that I came and stayed with him a while. And then it was so clear to me that it was time for something else. And I'm so happy here. I'm having a better balanced life. I do far less. I don't do any housekeeping. I don't do any cooking unless I want to. And I'm spoiled, and I enjoy it. I have time for other things. I have time to read. I have time to I brought a little piano with me that doesn't make much sound up here, so I can sit up here and play some. And I'm having a great life.
Excellent. Mary Alice?
Well, when I lost my husband, I realized that just staying home was not what I wanted to do. And so I did start thinking about where I should go and what I should do. And that's when I made the decision to come here. And it was the best decision I could have ever made because of all the great people I've met that I never would have had an opportunity to know. And the caring people, they're all just, we look after each other. And that's been a wonderful thing. And I think I was very lonesome at home. So I knew it was time.
Did that lonesomeness, did it become more apparent when you came here and started interacting more with people?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How about you, Renee and Ed?
Well, one thing that really, I guess, motivated us, we wanted to, for our situation, to move while we could do it ourselves, where we could make the decisions and orchestrate the move and just be in charge of it. And we knew at our age that can change overnight.
Yes.
And we were both in good health and things are great and still are, but may not be that way tomorrow. So that motivated us to just start day one and say, okay, we're starting with this room, what goes and what stays.
One of the things that motivate us for the Hallmark is that they have skilled care nursing as well as memory care and assisted living. And so we've already seen the nursing care come into play where people have had a fall or had some other emergency. They had to go into skilled nursing care, take care of that, and able to come back, maybe even do therapy before they came back to the room. So it's a wonderful having all those in one unit here.
That was very important to us. You just probably something will happen at some point. So we wanted that care available to us. And we also, for us with the Hallmark, we liked that it was a nonprofit. We felt like that there was more concern for us as individuals than there is for the bottom line. Although, of course, the bottom line has to be important too, but that was important.
And that really plays out in the how they put money in the payroll. There's staff here, the valet, even the restaurant, they have staff to take care of your needs here.
As well as housekeeping. I think we haven't mentioned that, but we have housekeepers for our apartments, which is wonderful. I never expected to have that.
Well, those are part of the services. You mentioned a nonprofit. We are about to celebrate 60 years serving seniors here in Houston, and it's been a great run for the organization, and they're looking ahead at what the next 60 years will be. So outstanding there. One final question. I'm going to go around as I see you. Mary Alice, I'm going to ask you this question first. What advice would you give to someone who is considering a move to a retirement community?
I think that ask lots of questions. That sounds very simple, but if you'll ask questions and really find out what it is that you want and how you will be the most comfortable and happy, I think that's real important. And I think the Hallmark takes care of all our needs. After we're here, we realize that. But I do think asking questions is a big part of it.
Abby, what
I
advice
would
would
say
you give?
come visit and come ask me or somebody who lives here. How is it living here? We'll tell you, and we'll be straight with you because we are happy and we would like for you to explore that opportunity for yourself.
Good. And Ed and Renee, advice?
I would say don't wait too long.
Right. And when you come, I want to show you my armadillo video.
It's worth seeing because I have seen it, and it's fabulous. I didn't know armadillos took baths, but Ed caught one doing it. So amazing. Go ahead.
I have one more thing
Sure.
to say about something nice that Hallmark does. I have a black cord around my neck, and on it is a little machine. I am living by myself, but if I need help, all I have to do is push this button. It goes directly to the front desk and they get in touch with me. If my phone's handy, we'll talk. If not, they will be coming through the door to see if I am okay.
Yeah.
That is marvelous for a single woman to have to know that somebody is going to help me.
Yeah.
And don't they call you every morning, Abby?
Well, unless they've seen me, I'm apt to go down there before 9 o'clock.
Okay.
By 9 o'clock, they will call every individual.
Yeah.
But if I go down and get coffee and come back and we visit, and they know I'm okay at that time.
Yeah, we have a fabulous, our
worried.
front desk staff is fabulous.
Oh, yes, we could go a whole nother webinar
The
on
best.
Yeah. They do a great job. Speaking of a great job, Macy, thanks for helping us pull all this together.
Absolutely. This has been so informative and just a delightful conversation getting to know each one of you.
Yeah, and I encourage you, after watching this video, give us a call, come out to see us. As they said, we'd be glad to host you for a meal together, or certainly a nice tour for you to get to know us even better. Thank you, 4 of you, and Macy, thank you, but thank you mostly you residents for being a part of this today. This has been outstanding. So
It
we
was
look forward to
fun.
seeing you. Come see us at the Hallmark.
It was lots of fun. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.